Hey guys, what's up? Randy here. I want to thank you for joining me in these videos. It does mean a lot. I can't express that enough. You guys sharing and commenting and just liking these videos, it provides me good feedback, and that's what I'm really looking for, is feedback from you guys on some of my thoughts that just spill out of my mouth unfiltered and unexpected most of the time, to be quite honest. So thank you once again for watching this video. I'm out here, I'm in my garden behind my garage, and I chill outside a lot of times to try to stir up some really good thoughts. That's when I tend to think the best, I think, is when I'm alone and I'm outside. I get refreshed. I think maybe the sunshine, maybe the fresh air, maybe just spending some time alone, I don't know. But what it made me think about today, and what I get a lot of questions, and I even have the question myself about, is how do we align ourselves? How do we align our life stronger? And what I mean by that specifically is let's think about all of our actions. Do they lead and do they point in the same direction, or are they chaotic and disintegrated? Our day-to-day actions, they don't point in the same directions. Think about the example of exercise. I tend to exercise quite often. It's a priority for me. It's a goal. And so I have a goal to obviously be in great shape. But why I exercise a lot of days is so that I can be more vibrant and so that I can be more energetic for my kids and for my family and loved ones. And so that would make me a better and a stronger dad, and essentially a better and stronger member of the community eventually. And so if I have myself put together in one line like that, all of a sudden a lot of my actions, they are together. My exercise, how I relate each morning with my kids, how I speak to my neighbors, all of a sudden, most of my actions and most of the things that I strive to want to become and strive to want to do, they fit together. They're not just all over in a bunch of pieces. Because, I've been that way. I've been highly disintegrated in life. I've been in a bunch of different pieces, scattered all over the place. And that is not a comfortable place to be. It's very unsettling to be scattered all over the place. Chaotic, having life pull you this way, having life pull you that way. Those are situations that we want to hopefully avoid. And so, I have 3 steps here today I'll talk about real quick on how you can actually, move forward practically and get your life into a line. Number 1, you got to start by removing the distractions. Remove the toxic people, things, and actions that pull you and push you out of that line you hope to be in. I know that's a lot easier said than done, but I'll just leave it at that, really, if you can make a big push towards eliminating those people who make you feel icky, and eliminate those situations that you find yourself in that you just wished you weren't in. That does a lot of damage to keeping ourselves together in one line. So, number 1, you got to remove the distractions and the toxic aspects of your life. And number 2, what that's going to allow you to do then is to pay attention to the smaller things. That's step 2. Start to pay attention, be aware of all of your smaller actions, and ask yourself, in what direction are these actions pointed? And what ultimately is the goal? Like I gave the example of doing a few push-ups in the morning is actually not just to make my chest stronger. It's to be a stronger member of the community. And so now all of a sudden I've tapped into that with by paying attention to some of the smaller things in my day-to-day. And really the last thing and the most important thing, the hardest thing that you need to do is find a greater purpose and a greater meaning to lead your life towards. Because that's ultimately what's going to help direct our values, which determine how much money we believe that we should be making, how much time we believe we should be spending with others. Our values are really, really key. And if you don't understand what your higher purpose and your greater meaning is, that's what you have to do. But it really does take the first 2 steps. You got to get rid of that toxic crap out of your life, and you've got to remove the distractions so you can begin to focus on the smaller things. And then that's when you can find your bigger purpose, your greater meaning. Yeah, a lot easier said than done. As you know, I can sit here behind the chickens and yap about it. But those are 3 steps that I would recommend that you put into practice. And remember that we've got to put into practice our efforts and not expect perfection. Obviously, that's what we shoot for. That's what we aim for. And but it's going to take some time and it's going to take some effort. So hopefully you can find it in you to dig into those 3 pointers. We'll talk to you next time. See you guys.